Hey everyone, this is Pastor Gus and I want to welcome you to our week's recap. So last Sunday we continued in our series, Jesus the Servant King, looking at Jesus through the lens of the Gospel of Mark. And we looked at chapter 11, and the title of the message was a question asking, who needs a hero? And actually we all do in answer to that question. We all need a hero. And I just gave two basic points, really simple. The first one, that Jesus is our hero. Jesus is our hero. Every person alive needs to look up to somebody, needs to believe in somebody. And you can look throughout history to different figures, different people, different men and women who did great things, but they all fall short before the power and the presence of Jesus Christ. There is no one in history who was a hero like Jesus. And we saw that in chapter 11 in his triumphal entry, because Jesus, unlike the normal hero who would usually come, enter Jerusalem and have this triumphal entry on a stallion or on a powerful war horse, Jesus enters upon a donkey. The donkey changes everything because it reveals to us that Jesus came to bring peace, that Jesus did not come to bring a war of flesh, of man against man, nation against nation, but he came to bring a war and the victory over the war in our hearts. The war against greed, insecurity, against shame and condemnation. Jesus came upon a donkey because he came to defeat the most important aspect, which was the human condition, the condition of sin in all of mankind. And so, like every general, great leader, great teacher, or woman of God that came before, they all fell short at the feet of the greatness and the power of Jesus Christ. The second point that we discussed was found in the interesting dialogue when Jesus curses a fig tree. Now, what's interesting, a unique part of trivia here from the Bible, this is the only time Jesus curses something. It's like a miracle, but it's in reverse, right? He curses the tree and then it withers away. But we saw how later on it points to the roots, that the roots were bad. That's why the tree was not fruitful. But in this whole story, we see Jesus also turning over the tables at the temple in Jerusalem. And he, in righteous indignation, shows his disapproval of the religious leaders of that time. And what was he showing? That the people who were supposed to be the heroes of that generation, the ones who were going to bring the message, the good news of God, they in turn didn't, and they took advantage of others. And so our second point was this, that God calls us to be heroes as well. But not your average hero, a hero more like the donkey who had Jesus upon his shoulders. So in the same way, we need to have Christ upon us, that Christ may be glorified through our lives. That is the type of hero that our generation needs. And so we went on and we saw the secret of being a hero for God, which is to have faith in God. And so to sum it all up, this is where Jesus says in verse 22 of Mark chapter 11, he says, have faith in God. Truly I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, be taken up and thrown into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes, it shall come to pass, and it will be done for him. So Jesus is showing us that for us to become the heroes of our generation, proclaiming Christ, the true hero, we can believe in him, have faith in him above all things, not faith in our circumstances, not faith in our resources, not faith in our own strength, in our own power, but faith in God. If we do that, then we can accomplish great things in our generation. So my question for you today is, what are some of the things and areas in our lives where we might have faith other than God? And what do you think those would be the results of that? What do you think would be the results if we put all our faith in our finances? What would be the results if we put all our faith in a certain relationship or in our career or in something else? Go ahead and share and talk about it. Have a great life group. God bless you guys.